Good evening, fourth maths students. Now we shall move to fourth unit. Okay, fourth unit is textbook. Okay, textbook and other features. So now we will in this video we will discuss the topic textbook and the qualities of a good textbook. Okay. So what do you mean by a textbook? See, there are differences between an ordinary book, a maths book, a science book, a history book, and a textbook. Okay. So, what do you mean by a textbook? A textbook is a comprehensive compilation of content in a branch of study. Okay. Comprehensive includes everything. Okay. Comprehensive compilation of content. Okay, so content, various subjects, various topics, various ideas, everything is included in a branch of study. Okay, a branch of study. See, maths, science, social, physics, chemistry, maths. So that is, maths is a branch of study, science is a branch of study, social is a branch of study, and so language is a branch of study, Tamil or English or Sanskrit. So it is a branch of study, and it has its own lots and lots of content, and the content are in a comprehensive way. It is beautifully arranged. All the content is beautifully arranged in a single book, and it is called a textbook. And when we read that particular book, we can easily study that subject, the whole subject. Okay, see, this is old textbook of 10th standard English. The English, this is a textbook. Okay, let's say this is a novel, but this one is a textbook. Okay. See, it is a novel. It is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. So it begins. There are various. It is divided as chapters, and a story is given. And but this one is a textbook. Okay, a textbook for students. And see, this one is the cover page itself is colorful to attract students. There is picture of Shakespeare, literature, and English is given here, and it is colorful. In my days, the textbook was only in black and white, and it was not colorful. Government was unable to afford colorful pages. Okay. So this was the situation, and it is as it is colorful, it attracts the students. And see, prose, poem, supplementary, and there are 7 units, and in each unit we have prose, poem, supplementary, and the grammar are also given. Okay, and the novel is it may not have any questions, and novel is written primarily to entertain and to as well as educate, and realities should be known to people. But this is to learn English language. This textbook is prepared so that the students can learn English language. Similarly, for maths textbook, maths or science or social, that textbook is prepared just to study the subject. Okay, so to study the subject, and let's see, if I simply read the novel, students may not be able to learn the language. Okay, so that is a problem. Charles Dickens simply wrote the novel, and if the novel alone is studied by students will not be able to learn the language, will not be able to learn the language. not may, will not be able to learn the language. But when a textbook is given, and students will be able to learn the language. Okay, so let's say if I will read in detail, textbooks are produced to meet the needs of educators, usually at the educational institution. Okay, so this novel could be read by anybody at any time, even after 100 years or 200 years. Shakespeare will be read and Charles Dickens will be read. That is literature. Okay, but in case of textbook, it is prepared primarily aiming at the contemporary students. Okay, the textbook which I studied should not be studied by you people or present school students, because it was outdated syllabus. Okay, it is outdated one. It should not be learned today, and it should be updated and it should be changed from one time to another time. Okay, that book in 2003 I studied a textbook, English textbook in 10th standard. That book should be thrown away. Okay, maybe for 5 years that should be studied, and the new book should be prepared by the government. Okay, and that should be the case. In education institution, it is helpful for educators and teachers. By the textbook, teacher, English teacher will be able to teach English language. By the textbook, maths teacher will be able to teach maths subject to the students. Okay, so the subject is learned by students only with the help of textbook. So in an education institution, textbook is as important as anything. It's absolutely important. Without textbook, teacher will not be able to teach any subject. The textbook, if the textbook is beautifully prepared, then a teacher will be able to teach a subject, and students will also be able to study the subject. Okay, so textbook is as important, and especially in an education institution, textbook is necessary. Okay, and it is helpful for educators, and educators includes everything. Professors, teachers, and everybody is in need of a textbook. Okay, so predominantly the textbook is used in an education institution, but other books could be read in library or by others. But the textbook is studied only by students and in education institution. Okay, so this is about textbook, and now we shall move to qualities of a good textbook. So what are all the qualities that a textbook should have? If we don't have these qualities, then we can't say that it is a good textbook. Okay, so what is the first point? The first point is adequate subject matter. Okay, adequate subject matter. All the subject matters should be included. Okay, see, if in a 10th standard textbook, if the topic algebra and trigonometry is there in a 10th standard maths textbook, then naturally it is not a good textbook. It should include everything: mensuration and number theory, algebra and geometry, graph. Everything should be included in the textbook. Okay, so it should include all the subject matter. The basics of all subject matter should be introduced in a textbook. So, see, it should be based on psychological interest of students. Lesson should be related to students' environment. It should cover topics like prose, poetry, story, biography, narration, description, and the practical ability. Okay, so most importantly, it should be based on psychological interest of students. Okay, see, as the picture is given, definitely it creates interest for the students. Definitely it should create, and definitely students are interested to see these pictures. There are, in the poem there are backgrounds many pictures are given, and it actually creates interest. So, the psychological need, and as they see the textbook itself, it should create the interest for the subject. Okay, so as if you simply skim the pages, the students should be interested to read the subject. Okay, so they want some kind of entertainment, they want some kind of enjoyment, and as they read it, they should feel it simple and easy, and the textbook should be presented in an enjoyable way. Okay, so it should be based on psychological interest of students. Lessons should be related to students' environment. Okay, see, and this point is especially for English textbook. If prose or poem is described, which is meant for let's say Edgar Allan Poe or Edgar Allan Poe, most of the poems written by him would be enjoyable only for the American and American children, not for Indian children. If Indian children read Edgar Allan Poe's poems, it is not. There is no need for them to read that. Why should I read it? Okay. If it is, some of you would have thought the poem Indian Season. Okay, it is Indian Season, it is related to India. Okay, so that should be the case. But in case of America, their climate, their culture is not relevant to our scenario. Okay, so the poem Indian Season is related to India, and related to India because the text, Indian students are going to study the textbook. In the textbook we have Indian Season, so it is related to our students. Okay, so it should be related to students' environment. Okay, it should cover topics like prose, poetry. Most important, it is the most important one. If prescribing that it is a textbook and if there is no grammar, then it is not from a textbook. And if it is only a grammar, let's say Randall Martin or intermediate English grammar, that book cannot be called as a textbook because it is only a grammar book. Okay, so a textbook should have everything. So even the textbook we have prose, poetry, a supplementary reader, and also grammar. Okay, so that should be a good textbook. And so that's all about the first point, that is equal subject matter. And the second point, suitable vocabulary and structure. So this is the most important point also. So vocabulary. Okay, some words are difficult and some words are very easy. Let's say, I still remember hippopotamus, and I got beating when I was studying LKG, and still I am able to remember, means to that extent it hurt my heart. Okay, and when I was studying LKG, I was beaten by a teacher, by a female teacher, that I misspelled the word hippopotamus. Okay, even now it is difficult. See, hippopotamus is a large word and difficult to pronounce, and that word, I strongly say that hippopotamus, the word hippopotamus should not be introduced to I mean, actually there should not be a kindergarten school. Okay, actually nothing should be taught at the kindergarten school, just a kind of play that should be the case. For that purpose only it was given, but especially in the beginning of 90s, students were tortured. That is the real thing. But now students have freedom that teachers should not beat the students. This rule was implemented in recent days, but especially in the beginning of 90 and 90s kids in memes also it is given. That 90s kids were beaten by both parents and also by teachers. But 2K kids enjoyed where they were not beaten by parents as well as by teachers. So that is mean, and that is the reality also. Okay. So especially in 90s, students were literally tortured, and that particular word, that particular vocabulary should not be introduced at the early stage. Okay. So it should maybe fourth grade, fourth standard or third standard level, the word hippopotamus should be introduced. Okay, that cannot be introduced in the very first grade, first standard itself. Such kind of words should not be introduced. Okay, so at the same time, it is hippopotamus. It is an animal name. Okay, so that word at the same time it cannot be introduced at the 7th standard or 8th standard. Okay, to that extent also it should not be simple. For 5 years old kid, these words should be taught to the students, and for 6-year-old students, these words should be taught to the students. So the vocabulary should be carefully analyzed and prepared for each and every grade. See, let me tell you, I will not be able to remember what I studied in 5th standard, second lesson of English book. I will not be able to remember. In Tamil subject, what is the third lesson of 8th standard, that I will not be able to remember. Then why do we study these books? It is to improve our vocabulary, our reading skills. Okay, so our reading skills should be improved. So in 5th standard, that should be the level of style and vocabulary. In 6th standard, it should be improved a little bit. Drastically, it cannot be improved. Little by little, the vocabulary and the style are improved. Improved from one grade to another grade. One grade, that is one standard to another standard. Okay, in India, what we call it as standard, first standard, and the second standard. In England and America, they simply call it as I am studying 4th grade, I am studying 5th grade. Okay, so in India only we are saying that he is studying 7th standard, he is studying 8th standard. Okay, so let me say grade. So as the grade improves, the vocabulary should be improved. Then only it is a good textbook. So for grade 8, such kind of vocabulary should be introduced. For grade 8, simple vocabulary should not be introduced. At the same time, most complicated vocabulary should not be introduced. Okay, so the vocabulary should be well planned and introduced in each grade. Then only it is called we can call it as a good textbook. So vocabulary should be properly selected and be graded for primary, secondary, and higher secondary students. The words and structure should be systematically introduced. Okay, so each and every lesson, see, let's say for example, his first flight, I don't know, did you study this lesson or not in 10th standard level? See, ledge, river, cattle. So I say this is a good example of textbook. Difficult words are given in a different color. Okay, so this is okay. This is difficult word. So understanding, high, platitude, white, forward. So these are all simple words. Okay, nerved, preening, totaled. So they are all difficult words. At the 10th standard level, these words are difficult words. But now again, sheet or they are all simple words. Okay. So at the 10th standard level, this should be these kinds of vocabulary should be introduced. So vocabulary should be introduced systematically, and at the end of each lesson, glossary should be given. Okay, at the end of each lesson, glossary should be given, the meaning of difficult words. So see, let's say ledge. So a narrow shelf that just out from vertical surface. So that is the meaning of palette. So as it is difficult to word, immediately the students can refer it. Okay. So this is the lesson, and immediately glossary is given, and then question and answers. Question and answers. Questions are given, so that the students read again, read the lesson again, and they will be able to find out the answers. Okay. So that's how vocabulary should be introduced properly. And the third point is the style. The style should be based on principle of simple to complex. The subject matter should be presented in a logical manner. The style should be appealing to students. Style is, let's say, if you are literature students, you will be able to know. I think literary missing you did not study literary missing. I think you studied impressions. I hope you will be able to remember The Lost Child, Mulk Raj Anand. Okay, so that is a lesson, and that lesson cannot be that short story cannot be prescribed for 6th grade students. 6th student it cannot be given. Only for college students the lesson can be introduced. At least for plus 2 and plus 1 students, at least for higher secondary students, that lesson can be prescribed. Okay, but that short story cannot be introduced at the 10th standard or secondary standard level. That lesson cannot be introduced because not only vocabulary, the style is also a little bit difficult. Okay, the style should be simple. For primary school students, the style should be the most simple one. Simplest one, the simplest style should be followed for primary school students. And then a little bit, it's not about vocabulary, the style of writing, the style of prose, the style of poetry. Okay. And for 6th and students, Shakespeare's poetry cannot be introduced, Shakespeare's song cannot be introduced. But William Blake and William Wordsworth's poem can be introduced. For example, William Blake's Night or Lamp, that can be introduced for 6th standard students. Okay. And Solitary Reaper can be studied even for the 8th standard student, but it cannot be introduced for 6th standard or 6th standard students. Okay, so because the style, not only vocabulary, it's not about vocabulary, it is about the style, how it is said. Okay, and so the style should be made as simple to complex, and subject matter should be presented in a logical way. Okay, and what is it? If you watch Christopher Nolan's movie, I do not know how many of you are familiar with the film director Christopher Nolan. Let's say you even take Selvaragavan and Tamil director Selvaragavan or Kamal, and their style is absolutely complicated. It is difficult for ordinary common people to understand their movies, and especially Selvaragavan, Sai Selvaran. Take any Selvaragavan's movie, it is difficult for us to understand. Not only Selvaragavan and Kamal's movie, and it is difficult because their style is complicated one. Okay, and likewise in literature, T is the most complicated style followed by the writer is T.S. Eliot. He is the most difficult writer to understand. You cannot read anything written by T.S. Eliot. Yet he is the greatest writer. That is the complicated style T.S. Eliot follows. The complicated style Selvaragavan, Kamal and Christopher Nolan follow. Okay. So, such kind of style, complex style cannot be introduced for the simple students, and the subject matter should be presented in a logical way. Okay, so in an understandable way, and it should be presented. Okay, Shakespeare's All the Well, that poem, All the Well is a stage. உலகம் என்பது நாடக மேதை, நம்மளம் நடிகர்கள். So that is poem, and that is absolutely a simple poem. That can be that particular poem, that particular extract can be introduced for 6th standard students. Okay, so even in Shakespeare, we can categorize as simple, intermediate, and complex level, and everything should be presented in a logical way. That poem, all the world is per stage. Okay, nadigargal. So an actor comes to the stage and he exits, and finally the play ends. So world is a stage. Okay, he simply come and then he exists. Permanently we cannot be on the stage. The stage has to be closed. Okay, actors should exist. Okay, so that is life. It is human life is compared with drama. Okay, so it is a simple concept. So we should accept death. Okay, so that is the philosophy written by Shakespeare. Okay, so that definitely that poem can be introduced, but in case of T.S. Eliot Wasteland, that is higher level of philosophy and difficult to comprehend. And Shakespeare, this philosophy is that accept death. Life is temporary. Of course, the philosophy seems to be complicated, but we can say simply also. Okay. So that is said to be the content should be presented in logical manner. The style should be appealing to students. As they read the lesson, it should be appealing. It should create interest for the students. Okay. So if in the very first lesson itself, if they are unable to understand, then it is not at all a good text. Most of the students should feel that they should be interested to read the text. Okay. So thank you. Let me complete this topic. What is a good textbook by today itself. Okay. Let me prepare one more video. Please wait.